Hey everyone, for today's video, I'm focusing on the new preview footage of Tokyo DisneySea's Fantasy Springs that's recently made its way online, and specifically this new land's 4 attractions. Now, for reference, Fantasy Springs is Tokyo DisneySea's 8th theme port/land that's set to open on June 6th. And the idea is that guests will enter via a magical spring serving as a gateway to 3 themed areas based on Frozen, Tangled, and the Peter Pan/Disney Fairies franchise. Within this land are 4 new rides, 3 quick service restaurants, a merchandise location, and the new in-park Fantasy Springs Hotel. But again, for this video, I'm solely focusing on the new rides and what surfaced online from Disney and others. So any footage or photos you see, I will have credited in the description or on screen. Please do check out these sources for some amazing coverage of Fantasy Springs. Also, I have to give a spoiler warning as you're going to see some full ride-throughs and some climactic sequences from these rides. So if you want to be surprised going into Fantasy Springs, this may not be the video for you. So without further ado, let's check out Fantasy Springs. Okay, a few quick thoughts on Fantasy Springs' roster of rides. First of all, Anna and Elsa's Frozen Journey is definitely not Frozen Ever After. Unlike the Epcot ride, it's actually retelling events from the original film, but it's through a retelling and Anna and Elsa's memories. Because, according to Disney, Fantasy Springs' Frozen area is set after the events of the film, so I think this is a perfect marriage between letting fans relive what they know, like live of the movie, but also in a point in time where it's still happily ever after. And if a Frozen Land is on the books for Disneyland Forward, I think this version of the ride could be what Anaheim gets, especially since Epcot's Frozen Ever After is no longer new. Overall, though, I was blown away by the detailed set design in this ride and the sheer number of next-gen audio animatronics, so huge win for Imagineering here. Moving on to Peter Pan's Neverland Adventure, have to confess, not that impressed with this one. To me, the design and style of the characters looked a little outdated, kind of like they're from Mickey's PhilharMagic. This could be because it's a 3D ride. I could have a different opinion seeing it in 3D, but at the moment, just not that impressed. As for the ride itself, it reminds me of a blend of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway and Navi River Journey minus the boats. And this is because it uses an obvious, and I think perhaps too obvious, blend of practical sets and screens, and then huge screen effects for more of the action sequences. I just don't think it blends as well as it could. Granted, the ride experience may be one of those that just does not transfer well on video, and while I love that a classic movie like Peter Pan is getting attention, getting a new ride, I'm just not blown away by this one at the moment. As for Fairy Tinkerbell's Busy Buggies, this one did blow me away, not because of its use of tech or its ride system. I mean, it's basically Heimlich's choo-choo train from DCA, but the thought and detail and cuteness level is just so wholesome in Tokyo Disney, and I love the different biomes, the mouse character, and I particularly love the queue, which is made of odds and ends from Victorian era Britain and from nature. It's kind of like Toy Story Land scale and detail, but in a different childlike vein. Big fan of this. I say bring it to the US, great for kids and families. Finally, Rapunzel's Lantern Festival. It is so great to see Tangled told through the medium of a ride, and I love when rides give you both an outdoor and indoor experience like this one does. Now, from what I can tell solely from the footage, it doesn't look quite as high-tech as Frozen. I could be wrong, we will see, but the attitude and personality of the characters looks like they jump straight off the screen. And I will note too that some of the ruffians from the Snuggly Duckling do make additional cameos in ride scenes. If you know where to look, you may see them. But overall, this is a classic Disney dark ride meets boat ride. I want this for Magic Kingdom and Disneyland, both. So that's a little preview of Fantasy Springs' 4 new rides. I'm sure we'll see more once the land officially opens, but the hype surrounding this land is completely deserved from what I can see and lives up to Tokyo DisneySea's levels of just theme park perfection. I'm beyond curious to see what from Fantasy Springs might make its way to the States in the future. But for now, thank you so much for watching and listening. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing. And do check out any sources in the description. And as always, have a magical day.